People don't take the things that you're saying seriously because of this one bad vocal habit. In an increasingly competitive world, your ability to influence and lead others is the most high paid across all fields. Whether you're a high-performing employee or an entrepreneur, you know deep within that your ability to communicate in a captivating, charismatic way is essential to inspire others to fulfill your mission. That can be your managers at work, your subordinates, your teammates, or your clients. In this video, I'm going to share with you what is that one bad vocal habit, what caused it, and how you can sustainably overcome it. If you're new to this channel, I'm your favorite inhibited voice recovery coach, Hossam. In this channel, I help people go from social anxiety to social confidence through healing their inhibited voice at the root cause. That sounds like a good cause to you? Smash the like and subscribe button. I really appreciate it. Now I'm going to share with you some of my notes from Change Your Voice, Change Your Life book by Dr. Morton Cooper, combined with some of my own ideas and findings from coaching so many people as well as myself. Dr. Cooper talks about how success can be had by all. It is not reserved for a selective few, but it has a variety of definitions by different people. For example, for some it is being rich and earning an abundance of money. For some it is being well respected in society, being famous and well known. For others it's being a master of a body of knowledge, like being a scientist, or mastering an artistic craft, like being an excellent graphic designer. On the whole, success can mean all this combined and more. The point is, success is simply becoming the best version of yourself you can possibly be. Dr. Cooper also mentions that many people spare little time, energy, and thought on this and instead get caught up in the overwhelming demands of the day-to-day. Over a long period of time, however, the person who spends time improving themselves and then takes action from a place of calm and peace ends up ahead of the person that is always busy and chasing after daily distractions. I really enjoy listening to this analogy because it's what Stephen Covey in the 7 Habits of Highly Effective People calls sharpening the saw. It is habit number 7. He says, if you give me 6 hours to chop down a tree, I'll spend 4 hours sharpening the saw and 2 hours chopping down the tree. This is what makes the difference between busy people and effective people. Effective people spend time sharpening the saw. The saw in this metaphor being who you are, your skills, your emotional state, your mental state, your physical state. They all require daily investments to keep them sharp and up to par. Now this is important to understand, especially when it comes to the popular saying, first impressions always last. Most people put substantial amount of attention on how they look visually when it comes to first impressions, while completely overlooking the fact that their vocal image is more influential than the expensive shirt or watch that they are wearing. For example, have you ever seen a super masculine guy to the point of intimidation, big built, got the thick beard, muscles, and mean frowny face maybe? But once he starts talking, you become surprised that his voice reveals something completely different than what you would have expected based on his visual image. His voice may be uncomfortably squeaky, stifled, maybe stuck in a high pitch. Maybe he has this bad vocal habit of ending every sentence with an upward inflection, as if he's asking a question, but he's actually making a statement. Not only can this sound annoying to the listener, but it robs the speaker from his credibility. If you happen to struggle with this bad vocal habit of ending every sentence at an upward inflection, subsequently robbing yourself from your credibility, and people don't take you seriously because of this habit, fear none, because I got your back. In the link below, I have a free mini course that will teach you the foundations for a healthy voice so that you can speak with confidence for life, and you can easily start acquiring the habit of ending your sentences on a downward inflection, which sounds calming to the listeners because unconsciously they know that you completed communicating your thought. On the other hand, when you finish every sentence with an upward inflection, it puts the listeners at a state of unease, because unconsciously they cannot predict when you finished completing a thought. And for most people who struggle with this bad vocal habit, it comes with a host of other bad vocal habits and speech problems. For example, if somebody's giving a presentation and they end every sentence at a high pitch, the speaker unconsciously continues to talk and has a hard time stopping and ending their presentation and speech, because it's not natural to end a statement or a paragraph or a speech at an upward inflection. Every statement naturally ends at a downward inflection. See what I did there? So if that is something that you struggle with, click the link below to join the free mini course. It will help you a whole bunch. Back to that example of the masculine guy with the squeaky voice that doesn't match his visual image. What caused this kind of bad vocal habit? Well, he's trying to sound friendly, but he ends up sounding untrustworthy. It's almost like he's not comfortable with who he is. He's not comfortable with what he is saying. All of a sudden, the first impression changes from strong and big to small and uneasy. The time that he put in the gym and building his body is not equivalent with the time he put in building his vocal habit. A critical part of his success and ultimately fulfilling his life purpose. Because every aspect of life to become successful at, you need a level of communication. And it happens, obviously, through your voice. The first cause is, as children, we mimic the way our parents speak. And if one of your parents was speaking with an upward inflection at the end of a sentence, you would mimic that, and then you acquire it. It becomes your bad vocal habit. You see, as a kid, you were not born with any bad vocal habits. As a kid, you had full capacity and capability to express highs and lows, all the colors and emotions with your voice. But as you grow in life, you acquire bad vocal habits from the environment. And then the second reason is you acquire bad vocal habits psychologically. So if you had bullies around you at school, or teachers who were susceptible to being angry and scream, or if you had parents who did not allow your full confident and comfortable expression, or maybe even siblings, then psychologically your brain, as a coping mechanism, started to sound smaller, started to try to keep you safe by ending every sentence at an upward inflection, making you sound like you're unsure. This way, you're not a challenge to people. This way, people are not intimidated by you if they're insecure, obviously, because a parent that is confident is not going to be intimidated by a child that's confident. A teacher that is confident is not going to be intimidated by a child or a student that is confident. The same thing, a bully bullies obviously are not confident. They have a lot of deep insecurities, and that's why they bully. It's compensation. I'll link a video below where I speak about the shadows. It's called Psychoanalysis of Vocal Tightness. And I speak about the bully and how it emanates from insecurity. And usually the bully has a coward side and a bully side, and they're always oscillating. So a bully is not a stable person. A bully is actually conflicted between being a bully and being a coward. It's a very interesting video if you would like to get into that. However, if you have a sibling that is not confident enough and doesn't allow you to have your comfortable expression, then as a result, your brain is trying to have you fit in and feel like you belong, and it creates these bad vocal habits to keep you safe, to keep you small, to keep you hidden. And the third cause is, as a result of the first and the second causes, your body and your throat start to accumulate vocal tightness. So even though you may have healed psychologically, you did all the healing work, you did all the psychotherapy to release the bad vocal habits from your nervous system, from your mind, your voice is still stuck in the patterns and the pitches and the way of speaking of the bad vocal habits. So you need to retrain your voice to release the tightness so you can become again like a baby, expressive, authentic, natural. You see, the solution is not that you want to think consciously of ending every sentence and statement at a low pitch. That's not the solution. The sustainable solution is to release the bad vocal habits, and all that you're left with is the natural, good, powerful vocal habits. Now that we talked about what is the bad vocal habit and what are 3 common causes of it, let's talk about how you can acquire the good vocal habit and release the bad vocal habits. Dr. Cooper mentions having a successful voice automatically declares that I believe what I say. I am comfortable being who I am. I'm competent when it comes to the words that I say. A wrong use of your voice misrepresents you. It misrepresents who you are and what your values and your ideas and feelings are. One of the worst feelings one can have going through life is to feel misunderstood by people around them. Your compassion may be not seen. Your desire to be successful may be misrepresented. And your sense of calm and peace may be seen as too reserved, too shy, or socially awkward. In the book, Dr. Cooper talks about how your resonance, the vibration from your voice, should be resonating and echoing in the mask, in the nose and mouth area. Well, I actually have a different experience and personal opinion on that, and it's proven by coaching not only myself, so many clients that had tremendously amazing results. I do not teach people to resonate in the mouth and nose area. I actually teach people to resonate in the chest and belly area, because that is how we expressed our voice as children. Our whole body was speaking, not just the mouth area. And when we had these bad vocal habits, the resonance became only in the throat area, and that's when it sounds fake and awkward and stuck in high pitch, and it doesn't have these colors and variety and depth and texture and all these emotions that we naturally want to express so that we enjoy life and connect with people. So the vibration that comes from the vocal cords is the same tool that we use to release the tension from the chest and from the belly. And I teach in the mini course, one of the exercises is humming. And notice where the vibration is in your body. Is it in your throat? Is it in your mouth, in your teeth? Or is it in your chest? And as you're humming, you want to bring the vibration lower and lower in your body. And what that does is that it releases the tightness from the belly, from the chest, and from the throat. Well, why is it important to release the tension from the belly? Does the belly have anything to do with the voice? Of course it does. This guitar has the strings and we have the vocal cords. And then the guitar has the sound box and we have the chest and the belly for a sound box. The function of a sound box is to amplify the sound and make it more resonant and rich. And we have the chest and the belly to do that function. But growing up, as we develop tightness in the body from suppressing emotions, these areas become tight and stagnant. So by utilizing the vibration to release the tightness, we start to have this amazing hollow sound box that makes our voice much more rich, much more charismatic. And then people want to listen. People are enjoying the sound that is coming out of your mouth and out of your body. It feels like you believe what you say when this sound box is open. I have worked with so many high-performing employees who are super intelligent, yet their stifled expression was holding them back when it comes to taking leadership in meetings and in giving presentations. And I was that kind of person as well. The unfortunate part is most people, including myself, a few years ago, thought that the voice is unchangeable. It's just how things are. And then we accept labels like, I'm just quiet, I'm just not charismatic, I'm not made to be a leader. But that is simply not true. The beautiful thing is, after uncovering your true, authentic voice, the most enjoyable and natural thing for you to do is to take leadership during meetings. Is to ask to do more and more presentations, because all of a sudden you have a reliable outlet and a durable vocal tool to share the love and knowledge that you have that used to be stifled by your vocal tightness. Guess what? All that comes with a higher pay grade. Everybody wins when you can share more of your love and knowledge. People get the benefit from you and you get to be rewarded for it. Dr. Cooper mentions the fundamental elements of voice production apply to everyone. You don't need a background in singing, acting, or psychotherapy, or any kind of healing work. They are easy to learn, and the results are always the same. With a little bit of discipline, your voice becomes rapidly more listenable, attractive, healthy, and effective. It is what Dr. Cooper calls the magical voice of success. Now that we covered the bad vocal habits, the root causes, and the solution, your voice is your primary tool for the world to receive the gifts that you have to offer. And what an amazing feeling to just open your mouth and the words easily and powerfully flow. I hope you enjoyed this video and found it helpful. If you enjoyed this content, please hit the like and smash that subscribe button if you haven't already. Much love, stay well, I'll see you in the next video.